302. 302 did it. Shit starting. Okay. It's 302. 302. Y'all pardon my tardiness. Again, I was trying to help my son and uh, get myself together. I ain't gonna blame my son. I was getting myself together. Y'all come on in while I get this ready. What's up to everybody tuning in? Everybody tuning in. What's cracking? While I'm getting this ready, it's like a 15-second delay while I'm getting this ready. Um, Let me get a one in the chat or a yes if y'all can see me and if y'all can hear me while I'm getting myself together. Again, pardon my tardiness. We're gonna get started real quick. Get started real quick. Uh-oh, my chat disappeared. I get that in a second. All right, I'm just pulling up my slides. Then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get it. Hey, while I'm putting up my slides, y'all share this out with some people for me. Do me a favor, share this out with some people for me, because a lot of people interested in this topic. So we want to make sure we get folk up in here. Okay, and it wants to go to the wrong screen today. Let me fix that real quick. Okay. Switch. Swap screens. Boom. There you go. All right. Now we cooking with Crisco. All right. Let's get to it. Again, pardon my tardiness. We about to get into it. This very popular topic for some folk. My chat done disappeared on me, so I'm trying to get it back up. Just in case. It's like a 15-second delay on the chat, so I'm gonna semi-ignore that. I see my sweetie in the building, so she gonna keep me on track. I see Miles in the building. What's up to everybody popping in? See my sister in the building, everybody popping in. What's happening, man? I don't want to leave nobody out, so I'm going to stop looking at the chat. Okay, here we go. Everybody, welcome to Tim's Tidbit for Sunday, October 31st. Happy Halloween, everybody. So we going to jump right into this. We talking about, I'm giving tips on creating a retirement plan. And if you was on one live yesterday, I told you that, I was giving out a spoiler alert. I wasn't gonna be, giving nobody no magic wand or how to make it happen overnight. Or it's probably gonna be a lot of stuff you heard already. But since I've done it, I feel like I can give some tips on what I did and how I went about doing it, and maybe that might spark something in your mind, or that may set you on your journey or whatever. I'm just, sharing what I've done with everybody, man. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna pull up these slides, let's swap over, get on the right thing, Tim. Boom, there you go. That's it. All right, so hopefully everybody. Nope, that ain't the right screen. Here we go again. Hold on, y'all bear with me. Let me get this right. Wacom. I want the Wacom to be this display right here. That's the display. Boom. That's the display I needed on. Okay. All right, so then let me fix my desktop. Hold on now. I got to fix my desktop screen now in case I switch over to the desktop. Done. Okay. Sometime when I restart my computer, it what happens is it resets what monitor is what. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, so now it's 15-second delay, but if you see me on the top and one slide on the bottom, put a 1 in the chat. If you see just me on the top and one slide on the bottom, put a 1 in the chat if that's what you see. And then once I see the first one, we'll go ahead and get into it. It's 15-second delay. Let's count it down. 10, 9, I should have started 15, 13, 14, 13. I can't count. Okay, I still don't see the one in the chat. There you go, one in the chat. So let's get started. Let me get my thumbnail. Hold on, I gotta get my thumbnail. That's the thought. I got to get the thumbnail. Okay, again, welcome everybody to Tim's Tidbit on Sunday, October 31st. Happy Halloween to everybody. We're gonna be talking about tips to creating a walkaway plan. Right? Tips to creating a walkaway plan. For those who don't know, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I retired at the age of 48 back on April 30th, 2021. I'm 49 years old, turned 49 on August the 6th, 2021. So I have retired. I don't work. I retired from my 9 to 5, and I retired from doing videography, and we pressing forward with the goal of getting my wife retired. I keep saying 3 years. She on the countdown. I think it's like 2 years and 6 months now. I don't know. I can't remember. She on the countdown clock. I just say 3 years. She say 2 years and 6 months, whatever. So before we get started, y'all know what I gotta do. Y'all already know what I gotta do. Y'all say it with me. I'm gonna blow it up big. This the disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a fiduciary. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice. Do your own research. Investing involves considerable risk, and you should always consult a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. That's the disclaimer that we throw out there every week. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know about hard too. Now let's get right into this, man. I'm gonna break this down like this because the process that my wife and I went through, this is how we did it. We segmented the whole walkaway process into stages, right? We segmented it into stages. What were the stages we segmented it into? We figured out my why. And we figured out my why, and we figured out her why, right? We figured out why I want to retire. We're going to get into all of that. We developed the plan. Once we developed the plan, we wrote the plan down. That's very important. That's the step out of all the steps, and then we executed. Out of all the steps, writing it down to me was the most important, because once I wrote it down, it became real. Long as it was in my head, it was just a thought. It was like kind of out of sight, out of mind. But once I wrote it down, it became real, and I really started believing it myself. That was the most important part to me. Everybody got their things that's most important to them, but that's what really made it click for me. Then we executed, right? Oh, let me I ain't blow them up. Figure out your why, develop the plan, write the plan down, then execute, right? Now, let's get into it. Figuring out your why. What's my why? Let me show you my why. See these lovely people right here? You see these lovely people right here? This is my why. This was my why. I wanted to be able to spend more time with my kids while I was still young. When you figuring out your why, what's the first thing you got to do? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself when you're figuring out your why. My why was these lovely people right here. This was my why. You know what I'm saying? Being able to enjoy them while I was still young, right? That was my why. Your why may be you just don't like your job. Your why may be you want to be able to do something else. Your why may be your family. Your why may be, you want to make more money your way. You want to start a business. Your why may, but be honest with yourself what your why is. If you hate your job, want to leave your job, own that. That's your why, right? If you married or got a significant other, discuss it with your significant other. You know what I'm saying? Figure out their why, figure out, you know what I'm saying, what's going to work best for your family overall. You don't want to just have this vision in your head and not consult your significant other, because I'm telling you, the thing that made this the easiest for me was the support of my wife. I tell people all the time, I was able to retire early because God is good and my wife is amazing. Discuss it with your significant other. And the most important part of figuring out your why is blocking out the noise. People gon' try to discourage you without even knowing that they trying to discourage you. They gonna say all kind of little side stuff. Some of them really be hating, but it's like because they can't see it in themselves, they refuse to see it in you, and they don't want you to see it in you. So it's like they try to project all they little negative doubts about their self on you. So you got to learn, you got to block out the noise. I should have put block out the noise on every slide on here. You got to block out the noise. Figuring out your why. Be honest with yourself. Own your why. Don't let nobody change what your why was. Discuss it with your significant other and block out the noise. This is my why right here. This is my why right here. This lovely young lady right here. See that lovely young lady where I'm putting her hand there? These two freaking frats. My two daughters, I ain't got no picture of them. They grown. They don't love daddy like no more. They don't send me no pictures. But my family was my why. Right? So now, let's move on. Develop your plan. Right? When it comes to developing your plan, this is mental and writing. You can develop it mentally and writing, but you want to start to develop the plan, right? Developing your plan. What's the first thing when to develop your plan? Figure out your numbers. I made that your big because it's about you. It ain't about nobody else. It's all about you. And what numbers do you need to figure out? The numbers you need to figure out is emergency. I call it emergency cash or nest egg, or whatever you want to call it. How much money do you need in your nest egg? Now, typically, people might say, oh, you need 3 months of living expenses. You need 6 months of living expenses. Some people might say you need 6 months of bills. You need 3 months of bill money. It's like if you ask 20 different people, you might get 22 different answers. But that's why I say figure out your numbers. I'm a worrier. I want my family to be taken care of. So my number in Tim Rogers' head was have at least 1 year's worth of living expenses, meaning be able to cover all my bills and everything we like to do for 1 year set aside, plus have 6 months worth of emergency money. Like this can pay my bills and I can't have no fun. So I want to have 1 year of living expense where our life wouldn't change at all if me or my wife didn't have a job. And then on top of that year, I had another 6 months of I can still pay my bills, but I can't have no fun. I can't have no fun, right? So you got to think about all of that stuff right there. And we're going to get into other things you need to think about too, like as far as like making we gonna get into that later. All right, talk to a financial advisor. I have a great financial advisor. His name Dustin Tidbits with jazzwealth.com. Talk to a financial advisor because a financial advisor can help you figure out your number. When I first approached my financial advisor on our first initial call, I talked to him. I told him what I was doing as far as my savings. I told him what I was doing as far as my 401. I told him what my plan was. And he was like, well, Tim, it's really nothing I can do for you. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know, ain't nothing I can do. And because he was so honest with me, I said, I appreciate you being honest. I still want you to be my advisor. I'm still going to send you money to invest for my long term. He told me I really didn't need him because I was already on the right track. And since he was honest, I said, dig it. I want you to focus on that. I want to free up time to focus on this short-term stuff. So talk to a financial advisor. They can help you figure out what your number is, right? Decide what will replace your income. Because when you retire, you don't want to eat away at your nest egg and then you have to end up going back to work. So decide in your mind, what am I going to do to keep money coming in? Decide. That's part of developing your plan. What am I going to do to keep money coming in so I don't run out of money while I'm retired, right? Restart to research mentors or support groups. You know what I'm saying? Research mentors or support groups in the type of thing that you want to do. If you want to be a entrepreneur, business owner, trade. I'm assuming that most people that's on here want to be traders or investors. Research mentors and support groups for whatever you want to do. Right? That's all about developing your plan. Right? And let's keep moving forward. Right? Writing your plan down. Write your plan down. The one thing about writing your plan down, the most important thing for me is to remember that it's a living document. What does that mean, Tim? A living document. The document can change. It's not etched in stone where you can't change it. It can change. People change. Your mind change. Your thought process change. So it's a living document, right? Even though it's a living document, you want to set deadlines. You want to set these deadlines. And even though you're setting these deadlines, do be flexible. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't make trying to retire a bigger burden than getting up and going to work every day. But be realistic, be diligent, and be just as tough on yourself when it comes to sticking to your deadlines as your boss is with sticking to their deadlines. Try to stick to your deadlines much, but be flexible with yourself. Give yourself some room to breathe, but don't give yourself room to slack. Create a checklist for even minute details. Even if something like I had on one of the things on my checklist was clear out my cubicle by I think it was March, the end of March, because I was retiring in April. It was the end of March. I was gonna be clear. I had cleared out my cubicle on my checklist, and when I cleared out my cubicle, I checked it off. Even the most minute details, put it on your checklist and check them off as you complete them, right? Keep it close to the vest. What I mean by keep it close to the vest, don't share it. Only share your retirement plan and your retirement journey with people that bring your same energy. Everybody ain't gonna be happy for you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but everybody ain't gonna be happy for you. It's a whole lot of people that's just watching you and waiting for you to fail. They're not watching you to hold you up. They're watching you to wait for you to fail because they don't believe they can do it themselves. So they projecting their doubts and their fears on you. So keep it close to the vest. Just share it with your significant other. If other people, want to know about it, if it's somebody and they know they got the same energy, cool, share it with them. But don't just be saying everything because people gonna be bringing that bad energy in, man. Keep it close to the vest, man. Keep it close to the vest. Execution. Dig this. Guess what? Congrats, y'all already started. Every last one of y'all has already started your walkaway plan already. How did I start already, Tim? Because you right here on this live with me trying to get tips for creating a walkaway plan. Every last one of y'all have started, right? So dig this here. When I said physically, like check it off your list, physically check off the items on your to-do list, on your checklist, because that gives you the opportunity to celebrate your wins. You celebrating every win, the smallest minute detail. When you start to celebrate them wins, oh my goodness, it's gonna make it that much more rich. It's like writing it down made it real for me when I started checking. Man, when I checked off that box of clearing out my cubicle, oh my cheese and rice. When I tell what, you just don't know. Besides paying off my house, checking off that box for clearing out my cubicle was the most fulfilling check box I ever made. That was the most fulfilling check box. I can feel it again. I'm getting excited right now, right? Celebrate your wins and hold yourself accountable when you miss a deadline. If you got to adjust a deadline because it was your fault, hold yourself accountable. Like just like your boss hold you accountable for missing a deadline, hold yourself accountable, right? Another thing to do while you're working, if your job offer a 401k program, take advantage of that 401k match. Why do I say that? because the 401k match is free money. That's free money that somebody putting into your retirement. So don't leave that money on the table. Even if you only invest, if they match 5% and you only invest 5% of your income, put in that 5%, because that's free money that you could be having going toward your retirement. You know what I'm saying? And then once you do retire, then you can take that 401 and roll it over into like maybe a IRA. But talk to a financial advisor. They'll be able to tell you if it's better to roll it into a self-directed IRA or if it's better to roll it into a Roth IRA. The financial advisor be able to take, because the first thing that comes to my mind is like roll it to a self-directed IRA, and then you know what I'm saying, then you can invest in it how you want to. And one other thing about the 401k before I move on to Bill Your Next Egg. If you do got a 401, make sure you go in and set the allocations per your investing strategy as much as you can, because it ain't a lot you can do in the job 401s. But when I first signed up with my 401k, I was like 30 years old, and I was listening to a guy, Mr. Allen, love him to death. I never forget it. But he told me what to do with my 401. I was 30. Mr. Allen was in his 60s. Mr. Allen had me, my money was moving like a turtle. I switched it to one of those age plans. It started to move a little bit better. And then when I started studying the stock market in 2020, I switched it to my investing style. And from 2020 to the time I retired, my 401k had more gains than those 14 years when I had it set wrong. So make sure you set your 401 according to your investing style. Don't listen to somebody else. That's why I had the your in big letters. Do what's good, best for you. Start to build your nest egg. Now, building your nest egg and eliminating building debts, this run hand in hand. What I wish I would have done is I wish I would have started investing also with build my nest egg and eliminate debt. And I was investing 401 wise. That's good. I was saving, but I wasn't like investing with, I wasn't trading options. I wasn't like doing anything outside of my 401. It's like, I wish I would have done that different. I wish I would have been doing, like, if you want to be a trader, start to trade now. We're going to get into that in a minute, but you know, don't build your nest egg, then eliminate bills and debts, and like do it all at the same time. Because like when you wait to do this, it's like it kind of like kicks the can down the road, and it's like you're pretty much wasting time. I feel like you're wasting time because every little bit counts. So every little bit eliminating this, and then this little bit, because if you eliminate all of this and then come over here and start this, you could have been starting this a little bit and have it growing, and starting this and have it growing. So that's just my take on it. Do what's best for you, but that's my take on it. And then get a mentor or join a support group. Like, y'all already know I shout out all these great mentors: Kiki Williams, P-Dub, Stock Baby, a FI consultant is Finance on Fleek is a good consultant. Charles, what's Uncle Charles' last name? Charles, I can't remember Uncle Charles' last name. His Instagram is Wall Street Consortium. Coney, is it Charles Coney? I don't know, but he's a great consultant. Get a mentor. Get in a group that's doing what you're doing. If you don't really want to be a full-time trader, if you want to be a on your own beauty shop, get a beautician, a shop owner as a mentor. If you want to be a financial advisor, get a financial advisor as a mentor. Get somebody that's doing what you're doing as a mentor to, you know, help you along the way, because we can't do this by ourselves. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I'm thankful for people like Jason Sweeting. I'm thankful for people like Kiki Williams. I'm thankful for people like P-Dub, Stock Baby, even Lex, she teach me so much, even though, you know what I'm saying, Boyd, he teach me so much just through communicating with these people. It's so many people that teach me so much stuff. I hate saying that boy. I don't know why I just said that out loud. But anyway, and I know he probably on here or somebody gonna tell him. Let's move on. And since I think everybody on here really wants to be a trader, and one thing about this list right here, how I broke it down, the first 3 on this right here, these are mental. Congrats, y'all already started. That give you the mindset I'm already on my way. Physically check off the list. That's gonna help you mentally. That's gonna get your mind right. Physically, celebrate your wins and hold yourself accountable. That's all mindset. These 3 right here, this is financial. Take care of the 401 match. That's financial. Build your nest egg. That's financial. Eliminate bills. That's financial. And then get a mentor. This because you don't have to do it by yourself. Letting you know you don't have to be alone. Your significant other and a mentor gonna take you a long way. My screen buffering. Am I buffering, baby? My screen buffering. All right. Thank you. Let's move on. This I got a bonus. This is the bonus slide because I think everybody in here want to be traders, right? So if you want to be a trader while you still at your 9 to 5, start back testing, paper trading, and live trading before retirement. Let me say that again. Start back testing, paper trading, and then live trading before retiring. So for anybody who don't know the difference between back testing and paper trading, back testing is when you're going onto your trading platform and going to a previous date in history and trading it on either on demand or on playback or whatever your platform call it, and trading it as if it was that date. Paper trading is taking trades in a sim account or physically doing it on paper if your platform don't offer sim accounts, but most platforms offer like a sim account or a paper trading account. You're taking trades in real time, but it's with monopoly money. It's all simulation. And then once you get your trading strategy down, you get comfortable with paper trading and back testing, you know your asset, then start live trading before you retire. And you know, you be like, Tim, I got a 9 to 5. How can I live trade? You don't have to be a day trader. Because when a lot of people hear, oh, I'm a trader, they think day trader. You don't have to be a swing trader. I'm a swing trader. I try to be a day trader. You know, day trading not my thing. It ain't my thing. That's not me. You can swing trade. You know what I'm saying? You the SPY is a good thing to swing trade for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? You put on a 3-month option play. You know what I'm saying? 6-month option play. Get that in your routine of doing it before you retire, and then that's gonna help you tremendously, because you're not gonna be trying to jump out there in the race with Usain Bolt the day you retire. You're gonna be already trained and ready to go and blow his socks off. Don't chase the walkaway trade. I didn't have a walkaway trade. I don't believe in the walkaway trade. Tim, why you don't believe in the walkaway trade? Because the walkaway trade is not going to happen consistently. You want your trading to be consistent. You want your trading to bring in consistent money. Yes, it's great to have a big trade, but don't chase that walkaway trade. Let's go back to the slide. You want to figure out your why. You want to develop your plan. You want to write your plan down. You want to execute your plan. Your plan should never include chase the walkaway trade. Don't do that. Build your liquidity and invest the profits that you get from swing trades on swinging shares, or swing trades from swinging options if you're an option trader, from trading futures if you're a futures trader. Build your liquidity through whatever your trading means is, or your trading style, or however I want to say that. Build your liquidity and then invest that in the long term, because Here's the gag. The same thing you do for your swing trades and your day trades, that's the exact same thing you're going to do for your long-term investing. The only difference or your longer term leaps, the only difference is you're going to be holding it for a longer amount of time. And then the great thing about swinging shares is you ain't got to worry about none of the Greeks to eat away at your premium. You ain't got to worry about ever having to close the position, because when you trade options, you got to close that position at some point in time. And even if that position down, don't nobody care but you. You got to close that position. But if you swinging shares, if you buy the shares and then you just sell them later, only time you can lose money swinging shares is if you get scared and jump out of it because it's down. You made a bad entry and it went down and you sold while it was down. Swinging shares, I don't even swing shares, but I'm telling you, swinging shares is fire. If you know, like if you still got your 9 to 5 and you worried about watching it and all of that right there, you can do it while you still got 9 to 5, because I started trading while I was still at my job. Okay, I think that's it. Let me go ahead and shout out my family. Y'all know how I do. I'm gonna shout out my family, then I'm gonna look at the questions. Y'all know what it is, man. If you're looking for a great mentor, if you're looking for a great family to join, get at my little sister Kiki Williams, Stocks to Freedom. Another great mentor that's a part of Stocks to Freedom that can teach you anything you want to know about futures or investing in options and swing trading. P-Dub. P-Dub is P-Dub Consulting on IG. I follow him. Go see who I follow. I don't follow many people. I follow him. P-Dub Consulting on IG. Another great mentor. Another great brother that can teach. He part of Stocks to Freedom too. The Stock Baby. The Stock Baby on Instagram. The Come Up series, y'all know I talk about Mark and Jolene. They go live every Tuesday and Thursday. They helping free the culture. The Come Up Cousins, the Come Up series, every Tuesday and Thursday on YouTube. At 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. The world famous Bond Bullets. Shout out my little brother Jason Sweeting. Phenomenal futures trader. He's the one that unlocked the key in my mind that I could be a personal ATM and I could pull money out the market at any given time I want to, long as I stick to the script and follow the strategy. And he the one who taught me about futures. And then again, if you join Stocks to Freedom, you got everything in one-stop shop. Call my brother Pete up and took my futures trading and futures mentality to the next level. It's amazing. This is not sponsored by anybody. If y'all do something, put it in the chats. Put it in the chat if you do something. Each one teach one. First Gen Wealth, aka the run up, the cousin Zay. Stock Zay on Instagram. Get with him. If you want to know anything about technicals, Zay got an amazing chart. And of course, if you want to learn how to chart a asset or stock, if you want to learn about technical analysis, get at Zay. Learn with Lex, the little cousin Lex. This young lady right here is phenomenal. She is phenomenal. I can't say enough about her, so I ain't even gonna start. Learn with Lex. She's amazing when it comes to fundamentals. Lex, she be posting so much stuff about so many companies. Like, Lex, how do you keep this in your mind? I thought you was cybersecurity. How do you keep this in your mind? I ain't know you was a cyber computer. Finance on Fleek. Big Drake, go! Finance on Fleek. Drake going to be an amazing consultant. She can help you with trying to get your financial life together. Charles Coney. That's what I was talking about, Uncle Charles. This man right here is the most amazing financial consultant I know. This man knows so much stuff about long-term investing. Man, I ain't gonna try to get into all what this man know. Wall Street Trapper. I don't know this young brother personally, but hey, he go live on IG every single day and he be dropping so many gems. I connect with Wall Street Trapper because I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, man. The statistics weren't real high on us growing up, so you know what I'm saying? Every city got a ghetto. And when I heard Wall Street Trap, I'm like, man, this dude sound like me. Matter of fact, the first time my niece heard Wall Street Trap, she like, man, this guy sound like Uncle Timmy. Wall Street Trapper is on Wall on the street _street_ trapper on Instagram. I don't know him personally, but that young man be giving out some gems. He go live every single day, twice a day, I think, on IG. And then he got some other stuff, Trappers Anonymous, some paid stuff you can do, but he giving out a whole lot of free game. But I'm gonna switch it over to camera only, and I'm gonna start looking through the chat. If anybody got any questions, shoot, fire away. Again, if y'all do anything, put it in the chat. Each one teach one. Let me go back through the chat and see if I missed anything. Help me out, baby, and let me know if I missed anything. Man, this chat real long, man. I ain't gonna go that far back. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. All right, do me a favor. If y'all got any questions, start re-putting them back in. Cause the chat super long. The chat super long. Stop. Are you going to post the live? I post everything. Boston Trainer, Boogie. All the lives get saved. They be on my IG page. It'll be up there probably about 10-15 minutes after I get done with this.
Nobody really had any questions. Only thing people are saying is it's great to hear this perspective.
Okay.
Fuzz Keep said it's great to hear your perspective. Lex said glad to know she on the right track. Finance on Fleek say stop teaching my course. True that.
I'll teach you, of course.
I think that's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm jacking anybody information. I'm so sorry.
Boyd wanted to know if he had 4 to 5 partners, which one should he tell?
Boy, if you have 4 to 5 partners, which one you should tell? You should tell the one that don't tell you any information about the other ones.
I said all of them.
tell the one that don't talk about none of the other ones.
Swinging shares is lit.
Yeah, swinging shares are lit, Lex.
Like,
bullseye. It don't look like nobody got no questions, man. It's only like a 15-second delay, so I'm at like 34 minutes. I'm a little over my time. I try to keep it to 30 minutes. I'm about to get ready to start signing out. So if y'all got a question, going to put it in fast. It's like I said, it's a 15-second delay. I'm gonna post it. Yeah, I post all of them again. Before I wrap it up, all of the slides that I use for every Tim's Tidbit. If I have a Tim Tidbit where there are slides, if you go to the link in my bio, you'll see Tim's Tidbit slides. It's a Google Drive folder with all the slides in there. You don't have to give me an email. You don't have to give me a phone number. You don't have to give me anything. Click on that folder. You can save every slide deck that's in there. All the videos are on my IG, and the original 7 Tim's Tip videos that I did. P-Dub says a few questions up top.
Somebody, Finance on Fleek says, what do you do if your partner isn't where you are on this path?
If your partner, that's a hard one. And if your partner isn't where you are on the path, it's gonna take great patience. My sweetie just said the same thing, because we on the same wavelength. It's gonna take great patience, and it's gonna take you trying to show them that this is the right thing to do without touching nerves. It's going to take open, honest communication, you know what I'm saying? Because just because it's not, their feelings aren't your feelings, and their reality is not your reality, but just because you don't feel the way they feel don't mean it's not real to them. I had to learn that in my marriage. The things that upset my wife just seemed so stupid to me, but I had to realize that that was her reality, and I was making it worse because I was downplaying how she felt. So it's like, it's going to take open, honest communication and just dedication. And then at the end of the day, you may have to just do it and show them, because a lot of people need to see it to believe it.
What's your exit strategy for leaps?
My exit strategy for leaps is the same strategy I got for anything. It has not always been my strategy. When I first started doing it, I wanted all my contracts on my leaps to hit 5,000%. But my exit strategy for everything now is I put on my contracts, and once I get to the point where, like, okay, if I buy 3 contracts for $100 a piece, once my position get to $400 in profit, I'm gonna once my position get to where I can sell 2 of them and make $400, then I'm gonna sell those 2, and now I made $100 in profit, and I still got one that's running that's pure profit. And then so once that one if that one gets to my initial profit target that I had set in mind for this position, I'll go ahead and sell it then. But if that one starts to pull back too much, if it pulls back 20% of my 20% stop loss, I cut it off at my 20% stop loss, take it out. That's my exit strategy for everything, not just leap. So I sell off the top before once I can get my risk off the table. And the second part of my selling is once I hit 100% on anything, at least 75% of my position gonna come off. If I got like more shares, if I only got 3 shares, I already took off more than that. But if I got like a 10 or 15 shares, once I hit 100%, even though I done took all my risk off the table, if I hit 100%, whop, I'm taking 75% of that position off the table.
Black House officials say we trying to be like Uncle Tim.
Don't be like me, be better than me. I want everybody to be better than me. We trying to build a new Wakanda.
Munch great tidbits episode, homie.
Appreciate that. Great Munch. Appreciate you tuning in. What's your percentage targets on leaps? My percentage targets on leaps. I initially, when I put my leaps on, I initially be shooting for at least 200%. That's what I shoot for, at least 200%. But like I say, once I get to the point where I can take my risk off the table, I take my risk off the table. When I hit 100%, I take 75% off. And then if the rest of it get to 200, then I take it off. Like I got an XLK leap right now that's got it's a 150 strike for January 2023. Still got one contract on there. It's at 133% as of Friday. So if it get to 200%, I'ma sell it. If it pull back to 105%, I'm taking it off because it's pulling back. It done dropped down 20%.
At what percentage do you start using a trailing stop loss to stay in profit?
I think I just answered that. The question was like, at what percentage do I use a trailing stop loss to stay in profit? My stop loss is 20%. So if I get now on a leap, you got to kind of let your profits get up there before you start. Now, if you do an at the money leap, then your profit's gonna be at a place where you can really implement a trailing stop a little bit earlier. But if you do an out the money leap, you're gonna have to let your profits get up there, to a pretty nice spot, because when you're out the money, you ain't got no intrinsic value. So when it start pulling back, it might pull back kind of drastic on you. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like you don't have no real value there except time yet. So you got to play it by ear. And my what's the name is, why my mama trying to FaceTime me? Is something wrong? Y'all, excuse me. Is something wrong, baby?
I missed the
Oh, now I'm on live right now. I'm on live. I thought something was wrong, mama. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought something was wrong. She know I be on live. She usually be on here.
They say, Tim, you preaching on a good Sunday.
Yeah.
On this good Sunday.
Yeah. And but I my trailing stop be 20% once I get the profit that I want.
Lex said you preaching on this good Sunday.
Appreciate that, Lex. Appreciate that. I ain't trying to preach on just.
Dub said great word. XLK is a constant banger. P-Dub said.
Yeah, XLK, my baby. I love XLK. Anybody? Oh yeah, Peter. Hey, my mama calling on FaceTime when she know I usually be doing this. Hey, y'all can kick rocks. You feel me?
That's the reason why I'm here.
You feel me? But XLK is a banger. Like P-Dub say, I love XLK. Alternate to like XLK if you like tech is QQQ. But the reason I like XLK because XLK steady Eddie. You know what I'm saying? It's steady Eddie. I like the gains on XLK. It's not as volatile in my opinion. Steady Eddie on XLK. That's it. Okay, y'all. Again, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Like I was saying, if you want the slides, go to my bio and click on slides for Tim Tidbits. You can download all the slides. The first original 7 that I did on Zoom with friends and family, those are on my YouTube page. It's a link in there that says Tim Tidbits playlist. I think it's a Tim Tidbit playlist. That's going to take you to the original 7. If you brand new to it, you don't even know how to open a brokerage account, the first video is how to open a brokerage account. I used Ally for an example, but you can use whatever your platform of choice is. The second one was like, what's fundamentals? I didn't do it as much justice as Lex can do it, but I taught you about how to do fundamentals. The third one was technicals. I ain't give it as much justice as Stock Zay can do it, but it was like how to do technicals. The fourth one was how to put technicals and fundamentals together. The fifth one was like what are options, cause I'm an options trader. The sixth one was portfolio and risk management, and the seventh one was a Q&A section. And you can download all those slides also if you want to. I think that's it, man. I think that's it. I don't see no more questions. My sweetie ain't gave me no more questions. So as always, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Tune in next week. I'm gonna put up a poll for whatever y'all. I ain't gonna give suggestions this time. I'm gonna put up a poll for what people want to talk about. So please answer with what you want to talk about. And if we don't get nothing, we're gonna come up with something, because we're gonna build this new Wakanda together, man. I'm Tim Rogers. This has been Tim Tidbit, and I'm gone.